The battle type is confrontation battle types in the map Bloody Shore against Russian player Timon. Okay, we are loading. Now we are in deployment mode. One construction yard directly. Two barracks, one power plant, one supply center, and quickly train the infantries quickly. This vehicle patrolling indirectly also level up the HK become level 2 as the requirement of building a shipyard. The infantries have been completed trains and looking for the resource containers on the map, but I need to speed up the video. Okay, we get some containers and the shipyard also has been completed to be built and trains some deltas. Okay, in this time I would like to level up the barracks become level 2 and level 3 because I need it for the defense of our base. Okay, there is also a bunker is being built now over here also because there is very open map. The enemy can attack from anywhere, can be from in front of the base, also besides of the base. There is very open map. Coyotes. Okay, I have built 4 supply centers, 3 power plants and 3 barracks. And now level up the vehicle factory become level 3. Cayman. You see that there are some armadillos are trying to attack on our base, but fortunately we have reapers, many heavy assaults in the base. And look at the enemy's base by using these 3 deltas here. Okay, I think the enemy keep producing armadillos tank and also defend by some sniper stabbers here. So that we need to train some more heavy assaults to defend the base from the attacking of armadillos. And also those tanks is being produced now. Okay, is the attacking from the sea. Alligator. I think some of the buildings have been destroyed by alligators, but not all of the buildings, so we can survive as I think. And all of the heavy also should move to this side and try to attack the enemy's base from this side. Is it over? Some of the buildings have been destroyed, but we need to rebuild again over here maybe. And okay, still keep producing heavy assault to defend the base. Here also there is a heavy adversary. It's pretty present if we needed jet or vertex to attack on the enemy's base. But some of our buildings have been destroyed here by alligators. Look at this, there are so many armadillos and also riflemen. It's not good. I think it is failed. Because there are so many riflemen on the enemy's base, so we need also trench fires assaults. Okay, there's things against some riflemen and armadillos. There are so many armadillos here, and we need to overcome it by heavy assaults and fire assaults. But there are also some alligators here waiting for the heavy assaults. During defending their base from the attacking, it would be better if we also keep producing the units and rebuild against some buildings that have been destroyed by the enemy. Okay, now we keep producing infantries, some fire assaults and heavy assaults. I think the enemies have been just produce many snipers, and we have to prepare some fire assaults to overcome the attacks from them. And now the AVA battery is being leveled up to level 2 in order that we can produce any deaths or protects during the battle if we need it later. But now I think that is not necessary because we don't have enough resource so far. And I guess there's attacking for alligators, but I think the enemies use boosts to reach the bunkers, using boost to reach the bunkers over here. And there is also against the attacking, but it is detected by infantry here, some armadillos and many snipers, I think. Okay, the armadillos. There are so many snipers also and armadillos. A good combination, but we try to overcome it. We need fire assaults and some heavy assaults, of course. And after that, I think there is the opportunity to get airfield here in order that we can produce any debt. I think the enemy will need longer time to reboot uh, the infantries or the tanks to attack again on our base. Look at the enemies base. There are so many snipers in order, so that we need to produce also fire assaults. Okay, this fire assaults is being produced. And we all know less of electricity produced. Okay, and now a power plant is being built and keep producing fire results to overcome the attacking from snipers if it's necessary. It has been more than half hour is running now, and I didn't use any boost during the battle because I think this is not necessary so far. Okay, while destroying the construction yard, also we can scout on the enemy's base. There is so many Jaguar tanks here and some also there are so many snipers. I think they are ready to attack on our base again. But I think that's enough to overcome the Jaguar tanks. There are some heavy assaults and of course fire assaults over here. And this fire assault, one power assault is to detect the enemies. When the enemy wants to attack on our base, we can know it and we can move it these infantries to the middle of the map over here. Okay, the enemies start to attack and we start moving. We can't train any infantries anymore because it has been full of CV or command point. We are still waiting. Alligators. Okay, be patient. Okay, very good. They come. Jaguar tanks. That is the uh, strongest tanks of resistance faction. There are some snipers also. There are so many snipers, but we have also there are so many fire assaults. We here can see that it's very awesome. And alligators try to help me, try to help the jaguars and snipers, but I think that it must be over. Look at this jaguars tanks are being burned by fire assaults. And now we need to produce jets, the vertex. The SK is being upgraded also into level 4 in order that we are able to produce more units. One vertex and some of infantries are being trained now, and we are still waiting for the completion of the training. Train the infantries and directly point it into in front of the base over here. Okay, we have just have 4 protect here, and we try to attack on the enemy's base. The first one is power plant. There is no defending from air defending of the enemies, just one of torpedoes here. Okay, it's gonna be good, very good. I think the enemy is getting confused of producing the units to overcome the heavy and fire suit. So now the enemy just producing alligators and also some coyotes things. And while the enemy also builds many sniper towers around of his base to protect the attack team from the infantry, such as fire assaults or heavy assaults. But I think there is also limits of the building of himself, so he can't build more buildings to develop his iron base. So it must be an advantage for us. And also against attack it against. Okay, power plant again. Look at this. There is very limited area to build some more buildings, so the enemy just be able to build for about 3 or 4 supply center. I think that is not good enough to produce the units quickly. And now the infantries have been collected here, and they are ready to attack on the enemy's base. I think this sniper towers is not too dangerous because we have many heavy assaults here and some fire assaults to overcome the infantries, the riflemen of the enemies. One more additional for airfields and 2 Tor bomber is being produced. Again, attack on the power plant. Gaja. The enemy should be shocked. Wait, is that same times and clearance the enemy space. Okay, it must be over, and thank you very much for watching the video at this time, and see you next time in the next video.